Randy Orton, basically a wrestling perfection, AEW overcoming WWE. The Miz, he's really underrated. WWE wouldn't be where it is right now. When he comes through the other stuff, he just sucks, and that's true. Yo, what's up? It's me as the HD, and today we're gonna be taking a look at some WWE hot takes. For those of you who don't know what a hot take is basically an unpopular opinion, and so I'm gonna read a few off of Reddit and I'm gonna just tell you what I think. Okay, let's start with the first one. The Bar is one of the top 3 best tag teams in the last 15 years. Is it? Is it really? New Day, the Usos, Street Profits. The Bar was obviously a very good tag team, and they are memorable, but I don't think they are as good as the teams I mentioned. AEW versus WWE is stupid. Enjoy both or dislike one. No need to shit on others. I don't think that's a hot take. That's a pretty common opinion, but yeah, I agree. You can watch AEW, you can watch WWE, or you can watch both, or you can watch none of them at all. WWE cares much less about domestic ratings than smart fans, or AEW do. As with many things like TV, movies, companies are focusing on global reach, and WWE is a juggernaut on that front. AEW will never catch WWE globally, and it's certainly not a dying company. Well, I can agree with the fact that WWE is not a dying company, but when it comes to AEW overcoming WWE, well, you don't really know. But yeah, I guess that's probably not gonna happen in like the next 10 years or 15 years, but it's not like there is not a possibility. There is, but probably gonna take a long time. Cesaro is great, but he should never be world champion as he sucks on the mic and just doesn't have it. Yes. I mean, Cesaro is great. He's a really good in-ring performer, but when he comes through the other stuff, he just sucks, and that's true. I know many fans are behind him, and I get it. He seems like a really nice guy, but when it comes to him being in a certain storyline or on the microphone, he just, I don't know, I just don't feel it. I don't see him as a world champion. I can see him as a mid-card champion for sure, but I don't think he has developed enough skills to be at the top right now. Randy Orton is still one of the best in the world when it comes to being the total package as a pro wrestler. Facts. Randy Orton is like a perfect wrestler. He has everything. He has the look, the charisma, mixed skills, in-ring skills. He's basically a wrestling perfection. The only thing that people may not like about him is his gimmick. It doesn't mean that his gimmick is bad, but some of the people may not like it. That's why you can really say that a certain wrestler is perfect. There is no such a gimmick that would be perfect for everybody. Everybody likes different things. So Randy Orton, I can see how someone can view him as perfect. I kind of do in my own view, but I understand how some people may say that he is not. Vince McMahon knows what he's doing better than I would. It's hard to tell. We don't really know what he's doing. We can just read some rumors online about, well, Vince did this, Vince did that, but in reality, we don't really know if that's true. Well, I understand that he might probably had some bad decisions, but he must have had way more better decisions, because if he didn't, then the WWE wouldn't be where it is right now, and it's on top of the game. People are going to miss The Miz when he retires. He's a modern day version of Roddy Piper. I can't say if he's a modern day version of Roddy Piper because I didn't watch wrestling back then, but The Miz is surely one of the greatest in WWE. He's really underrated because he's not a really good in-ring performer. He's good, but he's not as good as Cesaro is, for example. But when it comes to the storyline telling, having a promo, I don't see anybody else being better than The Miz. Well, maybe Paul Heyman also. It is hard for me to choose between The Miz and Paul Heyman. I think I like The Miz more when it comes to promos because he just knows what to say to make me interested. His promos feel really real, and Paul Heyman is doing a great job in a kayfabe way, if you know what I mean. So it's like I'm more interested in The Miz's promos than I am in Paul Heyman's. And yeah, Paul Heyman obviously sometimes does it as well, but what I mean is like The Miz is, I think, it just gets to me better when he says stuff. The internet ruined wrestling. 10-year-olds can now go online to see when people are released, future storyline plans, finishes. Well, it's kind of true. And that's one of the reasons I don't really like reading news before like a pay-per-view or something. But then it ruined wrestling. I don't think you can say that. I mean, you can say that because that's your opinion, but I don't think it makes sense. It's not that the internet ruined wrestling. It's people who read rumors ruin it for themselves, because you didn't have to read rumors. Stone Cold ruined WWE promos for over a decade with his catchphrase. Yeah, that's a pretty annoying catchphrase. I don't like it either. I can understand why certain superstars feel irritated by that, but back then it was different. It was something new. I think in the next 10 years, people are gonna be complaining about the S-chins. That's how it goes. Vince McMahon retiring or dying isn't going to instantly change and make WWE better like everyone thinks it will. There are still Vince people in power there. And for a while, they will still book shows and push his favorite talent because we think that is how Vince would have done it. Yeah, it's I guess that's kind of true. That could be true. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Maybe it is like that. I would have to go backstage and see myself. But if it is, we will never know. Okay, thank you all for today. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it. It's my first video like this. So if you have any ideas for me to do next on the channel, because I don't really know what to do next, I'll think about it. You can also think about it and leave it in the comments if you have some ideas. That's it for today. Thank you and peace.